I'm absolutely loving my role. It's honestly the first job I've had where I still, it's been about 3 or 4 months and I still look forward to going into work every day. My name is Joshua Robinson and I'm a software engineer over at Strive Gaming here in Newcastle. I graduated from Northcoders in March 2023. Before I joined Northcoders, I was a video engineer, so I was traveling around the country quite a fair bit. It was playing havoc on my health and my schedule time with my family because I was constantly on live events and conferences. It was tech adjacent, but funnily enough is what sort of brought me back to coding as well, because there was a broadcast program that we used called vMix, and a lot of streaming engineers who started using it also started writing their own scripts, so I tried it myself, and that sort of led me into teaching myself a little bit of Python and JavaScript before the boot camp. I don't miss sort of the last minute booking requests where I'd have to travel down to London or up to Edinburgh with a day's notice and leaving my partner in the lurch with childcare and all that sort of stuff. I now have a job where I only have to do 1 day in the office a week, but I choose to do 3. But it's good to know that if I'm ill or if my daughter's ill, the company Strive are very good about letting me work from home and sort of doing the things that need to be done in life rather than just work. What attracted me to Northcoders is that it was around the time when I had reached the limits of what I could teach myself. The things I was missing mainly were things like professional practice, because a lot of coding is not just sitting there and writing code. There's other things like containerization and deployment and other bits and pieces that surround the actual practice of writing code. Northcoders taught paired programming, version control, all the things you need to know to sort of work in a professional environment or even write your own app. I absolutely loved the boot camp. We formed a real camaraderie. Most of us were career changers. I remember the lecturers were quite good. I think we had Jim and Liam were our lecturers, and it was always interesting attending their lectures because I think they were just fairly straightforward. My mentors like Richard and Pippa were always there to help out and sort of give you guidance when you were on your own doing your coding tasks. The support during the boot camp sort of made it a lot easier as well, because I did have, I remember I got the flu sort of halfway through for about a week, and Richard and Pippa were very good at sort of supporting me through that. I was still able to sort of keep up with the work because of them. Towards the end of the boot camp, I think in the last month, you get access to a CV workshop and LinkedIn, and they start preparing you for the job market because it's about 6 weeks to a month before you're supposed to graduate. I found the LinkedIn workshop was really useful. I started using LinkedIn properly, not just as a doom scrolling event when I was bored of the other doom scrolling apps. My career advisor gave me 2 or 3 mock interviews during the job search process. If I were to advise anyone who's thinking about joining Northcoders for their career transition, I'd highly recommend it. I did the software engineering route, so that was a full stack route, but I would advise you to have a think about what interests you in tech. So I found software engineering and writing code was my passion. Northcoders prepared me for my role very well. When I was teaching myself code, I was hitting a wall in terms of industry practice, and that's the biggest thing I got out of Northcoders. I think we were pair programming 3 or 4 days every week. So you're getting you're working on those soft skills as well as the technical skills. Before I went to Northcoders, I was purely thinking about what programming language should I use. I wasn't really thinking about how do you store data so that you can call it back and how API calls work over the internet. And Northcoders I found was very good at sort of preparing you with the industry practice in terms of your version control, paired programming, and the big thing was reading documentation. You don't know a tech stack very well. If it's got well-written documentation, you can probably make a decent crack at it, which is what's going to impress employers more than what you already know, I think.